What's up, party bitches? I feel like shit, but I want to record and I want to get this fucking over with so I have content to edit. So, today we're doing the proper Robert route because I fucked up really bad. Apparently, you're not supposed to sleep with them on the first night, which should be a given, honestly. But, yeah, your boy decided to follow what his dick was doing and sleep with them on the first night. So anyway, I feel like shit, I look like shit, and I sound like shit. I don't care. I don't care right now at all. So, we're gonna go ahead and get right into this shit and skip until, you know, we do some stuff that actually is relevant. So we just got done unpacking, or unpacking, whatever. So the first thing we have to do for Robert is go to the bar. Pretty much we do everything that we did last time, or like my first run through, I guess, and you just don't go sleep with them. That's it. That's the only difference to start. So we're gonna skip to the bar. See you in whenever. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna go watch the game. Whatever game is on. I love how they just say the game because they don't want to like put in an actual, you know. Okay. We're at Jim and Kim's where there's no one named Jim or Kim. Alright, so this is mostly the same type of shit. The bar is small, dimly lit. A crack of pool balls sounds in the back as patrons laugh and joke. I don't know why I'm talking like this. A string of multicolored Christmas lights hover above the bartender. I can't tell if he's Jim or Kim. Just assume that he's a he. I hate myself. What'll it be? One beer, please. One beer, please, master. Slides me an ice cold beer. I take a sip, enjoy the refreshing taste. Say, are you Jim or Kim? I'm Neil, you dumb shit. The brightly colored mascot, which is some kind of animal, does cartwheels. I silently cheer for my favorite team. Yeah, my team is the best team for this type of game that I'm watching. I fucking hate this entire interaction, honestly.
Hey.
What's up, Mary? What's fun? Okay, pause. What's funny is that in Damien's route, she's actually pretty cool and actually pretty chill. But in this, and in everything else, she's a bitch. She sits uncomfortably close to me. Hey, sailor. Oh, hello.
Ah.
Good to see some fresh meat in here. I'm Mary, come here often. Oh no, I actually just moved here. I'm Mitchell, by the way, thank you.
Ah.
Are you watching the game? Yeah, my preferred team is in the lead. If they keep this up, they will win the game with ease.
Hey.
Hey, I love that team. I also love that game. I love someone who knows the way around balls. Getting the impression she's a little drunk.
Huh?
Buy me a drink? No, fuck you.
Give it a rest, buddy. Ugh.
Goodbye! Alright, where's Robert at? He sits alone brewing over a beer, keeping an eye on the game. Enjoying the game? I am now that we're winning. Oh, we must be rooting for different teams. How about you go fuck yourself? In my opinion, my team is far superior. I tend to disagree with that. Based on our win and loss record, I'd say my team is superior. That's where you're wrong, since as it stands now, my team is beating yours. I don't like how there's no... I don't know. I don't like this conversation. This entire interaction's so weird because they just say the game and the team. They don't give specifics. My name's Robert. Yeah, thanks, I'm Mitchell.
I...
Mary to hit on you. Fuck yeah, she did. And then went to buy a drink so she left. She's a peach. Well, you picked the best bar in town. Slummy as it is. You'll never find a better spot. Is there actually a Jim or Kim that runs this place?
Oh.
No, that'd be Neil. Hey.
Hey.
Good guy, Neil. Not enough Neils in the world. Okay.
Huh.
You whiskey or beer? Beer. As you can see, I am very much not a beer person. Also, the rest of the stuff that I have here in this area. Anyway, you like shots? Fuck yeah, I love shots. Oh, thank God. All right, I'm looking around on the actual. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually answered these exactly as you're supposed to. Robert nods up to Neil, who serves 2 shots of whiskey. He lands one on me.
Huh.
Here's to your health. Take the shots. Whiskey burns are going down, but I try my hardest to look tough.
I
Fucking love it. I think this is what making friends is. Okay, Mitchell, this guy's out of my friend league, but I think if I play my cards right, we'll be pals in no time. Cool jacket. I'm wondering if in the route he actually like explains like his stories that he does. Man, this guy's mysterious and cool.
Hey.
Way cooler than I am, at least. He signals the bartender for another round. What are you doing here tonight? Running from my problems. The usual. I like your style. He gets up.
Hey.
Be right back. Got a pot on my nose. Never seen Robert that talkative. He must like you. I guess so. I gotta admit, Robert has that gruff charm to him. If a guy like this thinks I'm cool, then I must really be. Comes back in the bathroom, grabs the leather jacket.
Oh.
I'm gonna go home. You headed my way? Alright, we find ourselves at the bar, going in the same direction.
Ah.
I live in the cul-de-sac down the way. Does everybody live there? Me too. We just finished unpacking today. Great place to be. Good neighbors. Well, some of them. Who's that? We get to Robert's house, which is just a few houses away from mine. We stop, and he turns to me. I don't kiss and tell, Mitchell.
Huh.
So we doing this or what? What?
Hey.
You know what we're doing. Do you want to come inside or not? Ooh. No, thank you. I better call it a night. Catch you around?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I head home, head buzzing with whiskey. What did he mean by, are we going to do this or not? I plopped on the couch and was asleep before I even get the chance to take my shoes off. I'm pretty sure we all know. I think we all know what he was referring to. Looking for a text from an unknown number. Pretty sure it's Greg. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think this is all the same stuff. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and skip to the barbecue, I think. See you in like a minute. Bye! Here comes the barbecue, bitch. Alright, so let's skip to where we actually like have the interaction with Robert, Brian, and who else? I don't know. Anyway, we'll be there in a second. Alright. Oh, it's actually just Robert and Brian. Okay, cool. Glance across the yard, notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one up by Brian or whatever happened last night with Robert. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. Flash a smile and walk him over. I flash a smile and walk over to them. Hey guys.
Hey.
How the heck are you? Set in the neighborhood? Oh, you betcha. I kind of want to bring out like an accent when I talk for him.
Oh.
That's great to hear. I kind of want to do like a Canadian accent, honestly. Anyway. Mitchell, have you met Robert? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we met. Robert regards me over his whiskey. Good seeing you again.
Ah.
We're just talking about the most recent camping trip. This is where Robert goes on this tangent, and it's a lot.
Oh.
It's a lot.
Oh.
He goes off on this tangent where it's very uncomfortable, honestly. And there's a lot of talking, and most of it is just a lie.
Oh.
Anyway,
Whoa, whoa.
haven't gone camping in years. Not since the last time. Same here. Well, things change once you have... Wait, what happened last time? He takes a long sip of whiskey. Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out there in the balcony. Country. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in my army days. Comes from Kansas. They build him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle and when the rope bridge snaps. You can see the bone popping out through his skin. He's screaming right away and crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out right in front of me. Able to dress the wound, but now the firemen carry a 6 foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you, there were some moments in those 2 days where I thought about leaving him, but you build a bond with your brothers in arms. And that bond never breaks. I got the boy back to civilization, but lost some of me out there. Guess that's camping for you. We stare in disbelief. Robert takes a long sip.
Hey.
He takes another long sip of whiskey. I'm just kidding. My friend's John. And we inner tubing down the river one time and he lost a flip flop. Missed that kid. Or am I kidding? Who turns up again? I'm kidding. I'm not. Those two, I swear, have like. I love how she interacts with all the kids, no matter their age.
Oh.
And they're talking about this fucking TV show. Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers.
Huh.
I think I got it. I think I got it right. Hold on, let's see. You know, that reminds me of the last time we was kidding. Shut the fuck up. Long Haul Ice Road. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, I was fucking right. It only took me like, what, 9 tries? Man, and I love that show. It's the best, especially the episode where Callum and Flint hide skis and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn, sending the spear after him. Yeah, that was such quality reality television. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries, which doesn't surprise me. Alright, Daisy, I found us a couple bugs. They're going to get us a great meal, lots of protein. They're going to keep us from starving out here in the harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole plated food. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. I love them both. I really do. Let's go find kindling for fire. Alright. But not actual fire. Because we're playing pretend?
Yes.
Now you're getting it. They run off. I really love how she's able to like interact with all the kids here. I really do love that. Mostly with Daisy, I think I could see it the most, just because she's more of like a sister to her. But also like Briar and Hazel also had a good interaction with her too. Daisy being that smart for how young she is too, I can definitely tell her having a pretty rough time. Alright, this is where we can just go back home. And then skip on to the dad book profile. So, goodbye again. Dad book time. Dad book time. On a Friday night, you're most likely to sink to blissful oblivion, sleep. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? I don't need anything. My survival skills have trained me for this day. What do you turn ons? Street smarts. What do you want to be when you grew up? President of Space. Favorite movie genre? Sean Connery's entire filmography. Your ideal date? Arson, which doesn't surprise me for Robert. Would you never leave home without? A cool knife. I spend a lot of time thinking about conspiracy theories. Pretty close to what Damien was, honestly. Alright, let's get to the first date.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Roberto! Roberto! What you doing? Pretty sure this is when he stands you up. Weather was pretty nice. A little odd, but nice. With ruggedly handsome. With ruggedly handsome? And ruggedly handsome. We should hang out. I tap on a message to him. Sit there for a couple seconds, waiting for him to message me back. Hey, it says he read my message. Here we go. Anxiously wait for a response. Twiddle my thumbs. Look at them go. They sure are twiddling. Wonder if Robert has replied yet. He still hasn't responded. Look at those thumbs go. Sure are twiddling. Cat videos. Fuck yeah. That's always my time. By the time I watched my 30th video, Robert popped back to my mind. Jump back over to Dadbook, see if he has responded yet. And nothing. Well, guess the guy's busy. Might as well make the best of my day. Get up, walk to the living room, then sit down and turn on TV. Food channel. Ooh, meat hell's on. You have 10 minutes to cook the 5-course meal that must include these. Damn, I almost had it. You have 10 minutes to cook the 5-course meal that must include these ingredients: steak, lemon meringue pie, paper clips, and a hammer. If you're able to finish the cooking, or if any of these ingredients are absent from the dish, we will release the wolves. Oh my god. I'm not kidding. Please help us. I lose several hours to whatever the hell that was. Sighing, I get up and walk around the house. My stomach grumbles. Time for lunch, huh? Well, guess it's time for good old Chef Pasber to cook up. Like, walk over to the refrigerator, open the door. Who the fuck microwaves eggs? You fucking monster. You deserve to eat some mustard. It's just too much work to make us some food. I reach to the back of the fridge and find an old mustard jar. Ooh, brown and spicy. This will be a treat. I don't know anyone that's done this before. Like, in my mind, like, I'll have intrusive thoughts are just like, you should just have a full spoonful of mustard. Or mayo. Or, like, just a random condiment. And I don't do it because I know this is how it's going to end up. I put in my first spoonful of mustard and immediately realized this was a mistake. I'll lean over the sink and drink some water straight out of the faucet. Mustard alone is not a meal. If only I had some Parmesan. For some reason, that'll make it better. Finish my snack, walk around the house a little bit more. Bored. When's Amanda coming home? Oh, I just remembered something. Honestly, I kind of want to get an old basketball hoop just like how he did. Like, I think it'd be kind of nice to, like, have it in my office like this. Like, just, you know. Anyway. I spent a couple minutes poking around the new house when I find it. After installing it above one of the doors in the living room, I'm ready to dunk. Come on, it's like... I take a leap from the free throw and rocket that sucker down the net. Crowd goes wild. And welcome to the J. I pull up to the 3-point line, breaking ankles, sinking and fade away. And I forgot the rest of the words of the song. No look behind the back shot. What? No look behind the back hook shot. Everyone's on their feet. Something Space Jam. Dad? I turn on to see Amanda stay in the door. Her eyes a little puffy, almost like she's been crying. Hey, Amanda Panda, you right?
I'm fine.
What are you doing? I found the hoop and I'm taking it to the hole.
Ah.
Pass me the rock. Pick up a brick. Grady tossed that apple. I lead the league in blocks, set the record for rebounds on my rookie year. You think you can handle this? What's a rebound? Oh, when someone misses a shot and the other players have to retrieve it. That's it. I'm just kidding. Amanda zigzags past me and tips a lamp to the hoop. I would have wore bitches. Amanda, language. Sun Tzu didn't care about language. I would argue that Sun Tzu cared very much about language, so once you write something as timeless as the art of war, then you're allowed to swear.
Nah.
She sticks her tongue out and dunks another 2 points. Seriously though, you okay? You look like you've been crying.
Yeah?
Oh dude, I'm cool. I just saw like this really cute dog on my way home and it let me pet its belly. I couldn't contain my emotions. You sure? I didn't like that noise. That noise reminds me of like the negative, like the black smoke that comes out when you do something bad. Whether you need a shoulder to cry on or a strong dad to kick someone's ass. Thanks, Popsicle. I appreciate that. But I'm fine, really. I'm unconvinced, but I'll stop badgering her about it. Oh, okay. Just making sure. Maybe you should be less concerned with my face and more concerned with your full court press. She and I play a little bit longer, then we cook dinner together. We managed to almost not burn down the house. To not almost burn down the house. Afterward, Amanda and I dig into a carton of ice cream with over an episode of Chopped Toddler Tournament. What you have in front of you is a molecularly deconstructed sweet potato with brown sugar demi-glaze and with the cream fraiche, of course. This is literally this is literally a jar of baby food. Toddler. I can't speak right now. I'm speaking too fast. I need to calm down. Are we bad people for watching this? Yes. Just then, my computer dings. Huh? What's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. Min and I walk over to the computer and check Dad book. It's a message from Robert. What does that mean? What are you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. I'm just chilling. I type back just chilling. Amanda deletes the G and hits send. I'll make you look cooler. A couple moments pass by, another message pops up.
Yes.
Want to grab a drink? That means he wants to hang out. I know what that means, Amanda. It's kind of late. Come on, Pops, live a little. I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers. Well, it's your life, but I think you should have a lot more fun tonight. You'd have a lot of fun tonight. There you go. You're trying to get to know neighbors better, right? Fine. I tap back a message over to him and ask for details. He tells me to meet him at Jimmy Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me. Never do. I throw on an ice jacket, run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jimmy Kim's, and it's a beautiful night. God, my nose is stuffy. I walk over to the bar and see a usual crowd of barflies drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert in the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy. Ahoy there, Skipper. Oh god. Robert and Mary here? Uh-oh. I brought Mary along. Figure we need a drinky buddy. Man, I was kind of excited to get to know Robert a little bit better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady pressing me. Making passes at me. There we go. Don't get so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink. Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for our first round. What are you having? Whiskey, straight up. A dad after my own heart, huh? Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, this is exactly how I expected my night to be going. Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. What have I got myself into? We all knock back shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns on my throat. Holy hell, that was a kick. Holy hell, that was a kick. Damn it, that was close. I look over to Robert and Mary, who seemed like old pros at this. Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Let's get marching. What? The night's young, Chief. Come on, we're going bar hopping. Oh shit, okay. Oh, alright. We leave the bar and start walking down the streets. I still don't know this area around the town very well. I just follow. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of the town very well, so I just follow Robert. So where we head? I wish we're drinking. It's an Irish pub. It's a good pun in the whiskey to my heart. It's a good pun is the whiskey to my heart.
Give it a rest, buddy. Ugh.
Puns are the lowest form of human, Mitchell. Try harder. Ouch. Am I going to be the butt of the joke all night? Oh. Jesus, Mary. Put your fangs away for a second. Ooh, he's defending me. Yes! We walk into I wish I was drinking. I wish I was drinking works better instead of were. The bar is pretty much the same as Jimmy Kim's, except it's old-timey Irish memorabilia on the wall. Next round, what are you having? Whiskey hasn't filled me yet. Let's do it. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey and posts up in a garnish. We post up in a garish green booth. Mary slides in and I can't say that word. Sidles? Sidles. Up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's sip this one, why don't we? Suit yourself. Mary immediately downs her shot in one gulp and burps loudly. That'll put hair in your chest. You truly are a paragon of grace and beauty. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey! Mitchell, be a dear and get us another round, will ya?
Hey.
I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen that guy smile, let alone laugh. I take a seat across the booth and I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks. So Edith's kid snuck some pot brownies on the table in the last bake sale, right? And I spot that little hemp sweatshirt gremlin in the act. So I go to Edith with the baggie and I'm about to tell her when all of a sudden she just freaks out at me. "You brooding the bake sale," she says. "I should have been the PTA president. Your roots are bad," and blah, blah, blah. So what'd you do? I told her to have a brownie and everything's gonna be fine. They both erupt in laughter. I politely follow along the story. She ate 3. More laughter. Okay, that's actually pretty funny.
Hey.
She called the cops and told them... She called the cops and told them that time had stopped.
Come on.
Mary looks directly at me. "Do you smoke weed?" "What?" "You know, the devil's lettuce."
Hey.
I have 2 big fat blunts in my purse right now. Wanna blaze? You with the feds? I worked hard for what I have, and no 2-bit corner boy is gonna drop a dime on me. So you take what you're pushing somewhere else, and I'll keep running my business the way I want it. What? Remember, you come at the king, you better not miss. Jesus, kid, dial it back. Robert giggles helplessly. I'm just kidding, Rob. I'm just kidding, cowboy. Lay off the kid, Mary. He might not be used to your brand of humor. Fine, fine. We sit around sipping our drinks, people watching, cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I warm up to Mary. Her jokes become funnier and funnier. We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching, cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become a little funnier and less scary. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just wanted some alone time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow. God, those go right for the throat. What's this one, though? Trying to dish me, kid? No. Because if you're trying to ditch me, you just tell me to scram. No, it's fine. Mitchell wants his alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. Read you loud and clear. The wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey. No, if you fellas will excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy. Go with God. Nice seeing you. Deuces, nerds. Mary gets up and saunters off to a younger-looking guy at the bar.
Hey.
She grows on you. Does she, though? I feel like she's kind of delights in making men suffer.
Oh.
Well, she does. But what about her and Joseph? What about them? You know, they're married. She definitely tried to get in my pants the other night, and I gestured to her across the bar. She's making Google eyes at that young guy from before. He looks like he's being held hostage.
Hey.
Oh, that's just a thing she does. She's harmless. To the boy that she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh. Oh, man. You know, I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Straight. Oh, don't worry. I got pretty wild back in my day. Still got a little wild left in you? I have a child I need to kill. You know it. Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. I go, what am I getting myself into? Think you can go for a shot for shot? Oh, God. There's only one way to look cool here. I grab the shot closest to me and down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes his shot and knocks it back. That's one. So, what do I even talk about? He's cool. He probably hates small talk. How are things? I hate small talk. Okay. Too many people, and this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think that they have to fill the dead air with noise. Personally, I think they're just afraid of silence, or they're afraid of what the other person is going to think about the silence.
Hey.
So if you want some unsolicited advice, just learn to be comfortable with silence. Nothing wrong. 2 people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey. Oh, all right.
Hey.
We sit in silence, drink our whiskey. I take in the rest of the bar. Patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer. Mary giving the hard sell to the young man. The young man pretending that he's got a phone call from one of his friends. Maybe the silence is nice sometimes. So you ever kill a man? I choke on my drink. Excuse me? You know, watch the life drain from someone's eyes. Not just the life, you know. It's their hopes and dreams draining away. Even the memory experience, everything gone. No.
Oh.
Great, me either. God damn. Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate. I'm just messing with you. Relax. I laugh nervously. Or am I? I laugh nervously again. We sip our whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after the other one excused himself to the bathroom and, I assume, crawled out the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. You betcha. Robert gets up from the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll. Sorry, whiskey. Inside voices.
Oh.
Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother, Mary's gonna be just fine. I look over to Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him while he insists it's not his birthday. Oh my god. We make our way out of the bar and back down to the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet, like this is my first time I've ever been drunk. Where to? You'll see. Robert, where the fuck are we? That looks like looks like something phallic and inappropriate back over there. I follow Robert through street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at a rundown strip mall. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally a liquor store. Wait here, I'll be right back. After a minute, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Cheers. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not what I expected my night to go. I take a sip. Okay. What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting. It's delicious, fruity and refreshing. Don't judge me. I start to say something. I think it was a lecture about valuing silence earlier, and I stop. I sip my wine and watch the cars drive by. Let's throw some rocks at shit. What? Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot. That felt good. He presses a stone in my free hand. Now you try. I don't know. With feeling. I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock, back at the stop sign. I know what has to be done. This one's for you, Pappy. I have unresolved resentment towards my father, and I'm gonna express it through the property damage. I hurl the rock at the sign. It sails over the stop sign right into the window of a parked car, leaving a crack. Dude, run! I leap up and dart to the nearest alley, wide in hand. I can hear Robert's footsteps behind me. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I am no longer culpable for it in this heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath. Maybe we strike rock throwing from the to-do list. Agreed. Suddenly, my stomach growls. Oh man, I'm starving. Let's get pizza. Can't argue with that. What's good around here, though? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. It just needs to be edible in my mouth in the next 5 minutes. I know just the place. I follow Robert through a maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up at the front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pete's Pizza Pizza. Pete's Pizza Pizza. Ta-da! I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter tossing dough and piping hot pizzas right out of the stone ovens, but stomach grumbles again. We'll go up to the counter and get ready to order. Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza? Oh wait, Mitchell, you cool with pineapple on your pizza, right? Of course! We wait a minute for our pizza to come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling over the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice of paper plate, so saturated with grease that I'm worried it's going to fall apart. We take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. You said it. Man, I feel way better now. You and me both. We hear a noise coming out of that slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly. Getting more wild than you? You betcha. Good on ya. Oh god, what are we doing? Robert and I slide the door open and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering light. We slowly keep forward, caution not to be heard or seen. Shh. Don't shush me so loud. Shh. We come to near the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, this suddenly makes sense. Did we really just sneak into the movie theater like a couple teenagers? No talking during the movie. We look into the audience and are surprised to find that it's almost completely empty. Save for a row of few teenagers in the front. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert makes his way back to the theater and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of the movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York and trying to find a woman that he's finally in love with. Kiss already. There's nobody to kiss yet. You wanted to kiss the cat. You wanted to kiss the taxi driver? Hell yeah. The kids down the fuck. The kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Hey man, keep it down. Oh man, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid. Ernest, hey Ernest, I know you. It's me, your neighbor. Hi. Ernest turns around embarrassed. I turn back to Robert. He kissed anyone yet? As it turns out, yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way out to the tiny island near New York and to profess his love to a woman who, for some reason, he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that they had, but I'm sure there's some subcontext that I'm missing here. I don't know. Boo, love is dead. Shut up, it's beautiful. No, you shut up. Ah! Ernest scrambles. The credit starts to roll. I stand up, and Robert immediately pulls me back down. Hundreds of people worked very hard for this. Robert! Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen, and you're going to sit there and appreciate them. Okay. Look at that. Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders, catering, fed a bunch of people so that they could have the energy to do the jobs. What a guy. I'm so fucking drunk. We let the credits roll. Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally over, he makes sure that no animals were harmed in the making of the film. We leave the movie theater. Oh my god. We stumble to the theater parking lot, polishing up the rest of our wine. Hey assholes. Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me in the knee. My knee! What the hell? Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway, blocking our exit. Oh, what'd you guys want? Why'd you go up and throw a rock at my knee? This is my good knee. My orthopedist is gonna be pissed. He tosses another rock up and down in his hands. What's wrong with this kid? You ruined my movie theater going experience. Now you have to pay. Oh, well. I don't have any cash on me, like, right now, but, like, movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock at my other knee. I'm able to jump out of the way, but I didn't properly stretch before physical activity, so I'm probably gonna feel super sore in the movie.
Huh.
Movie? Morning! Excuse me! We ruined it for you? That movie's pretty crappy in the first place. Hey, you take that back. That was a beautiful love story that was really genuine acting. You call that good acting? What classicalist mainstream slap have you been served your entire life? What?
Whoa.
Have you ever seen any of Michael Powell? The Matter of Life and Death, 1946. Easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness. Listen, man. No, you listen. That popcorn ass drivel the social media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You of all people should strive for a higher standard of the art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Jesus Christ's sakes. Oh no, now you've done it. Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee. Oh god. I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward, kicking me as hard as he can in the knee. Fuck my knee.
Excuse me?
Robert gets in the way. Robert gets in between Ernest and myself, as if he's seeing red. Fuck, my fucking knee hurts. Alright, buddy. Talk like a punk. Hit like a punk. Oh, shit. Alright, buddy. Talk like a punk. Get hit like a punk. Robert squares up to do a boxer stance. Queensberry rules. 3-minute round with 1 minute rest in between. No low blows, fish hooks, J grabs, or high blows. What?
How dare
And don't even...
you?
God! And don't even think about pulling a legal turnstile. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points.
How dare you?
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You'll have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as the main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity I don't know. Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked. It's too late. You two are bound. You two are bound blood. If he dies, you die. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensberry. We're just gonna go. Fuck. Ernest and his friends back away. Robert calls after them. The Queensberry Association will never hear. The Queensberry Association will hear about this. And consume better content. Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid?
Oh.
Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable.
Hey.
You throw the rules at him, though. They always bolt. Nobody ever wants a Queenberry sanctioned throwdown.
Oh.
But full disclosure, I half made that up. Wow.
Hey.
See? You don't even know you don't have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh boy.
He looks drunk now. Robert and I cool down a bit as we walk back to the neighborhood. I'm so sorry. I get really into the art of filmmaking when I'm drunk. It's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them. But I got so much to show you. You ever seen Stain Fuller? I haven't.
Yeah.
Fuller's Cash. Thanks for defending my honor. It's a little strange when you say it like that, but sure, why not? You look so drunk. Robert throws an arm over my shoulder. We drunkenly belt out tunes all the way back. We finally get to his doorstep.
Oh boy.
This was an interesting night. I liked it. A smile forms in his cheek, a rare sight.
Oh boy.
Let's hang out again soon, yeah? Yeah. I linger there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze. Robert claps me on the shoulder. Night, bud. Robert heads back inside, and I stumble my way back home. God damn, that was an experience.
I may be bad, but you made me glad.
Ooh, I'm into it. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and skip right to the next date.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Let's go, Robert. I had a lot of fun with Robert last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder why he's dodging me, or if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. I haven't seen him come out of the house, actually. I decided to send him one last message, figuring that this would produce the same result. I woke up from my computer because at this point, I know he's not going to message me back anytime soon. This was like the last time, except for like he's responding now. I get it. Oh, I'll bake her favorite pie. And this is the where I just slap together ingredients and somehow it comes out as an actual pie. I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. See, I can't make things like this without an actual recipe. I will literally ruin it. Salt is the special ingredient, apparently. Just a pinch of salt. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Imagine if it comes out and tastes like salt. God, my nose is like running so hard right now. Ugh. The kid sure loves pie. I love pie. I love sweets. I would stay at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie.
Alright.
Yes! Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pie is an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? Fine, you caught me. I was hoping to butter you up so you'd be able to take me shopping later. Maybe buy me a new tool set. Classic role reversal. I respect that.
Huh.
I wait a few more moments before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on the rack to cool and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig in before it's ready. Huh. What?
Huh?
Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just... me taking an artistic license in what cherry pie is supposed to mean emotionally. I mean, this is because, you know, it seems like you might have baked the pie incorrectly. And you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? Well, Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? Well, that's a big exaggeration. Was it art when you... Okay, just eat the pie.
Eh?
God, I need to not have soda when I'm doing this. What's wrong? Not good?
Oh no.
She winces and feigns her mouth. No, it's just burned the heck out of my roof of my mouth. This pie's amazing. Sorry for doubting you.
Huh.
Imagine if it tastes like shit and she was lying about it, though. I'm really proud of you for making that pie without burning down the new house. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve.
Yeah.
Maybe fathers aren't just as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little bit more respect for fathers as a whole.
Huh?
Your dad's sleeve is on fire. I don't want to know how it even got on fire. Oh my god. Alright, the rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner, I help Amanda out with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start heading for bed. I decided to check Dad Book one last time before climbing into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Hope he's okay. I turn the lights out and lie down. What is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and immediately identify the source of the dinging. My computer's screen illuminates in the dark room. I walk out over it, ready to turn it off when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look at the window and sure enough, there's Robert leaning against his pickup truck in my driveway. Oh my god. Open the door and try to figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey? Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. Come on, hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have anywhere else to be in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure.
Oh?
Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I'm in fact not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. I run inside, throw on my going out pants, shoes, and jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside.
Hey.
Ready? Ready. Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and the gas station receipt out of the way before he can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. You like time lights? Hoist that rag, baby. Look. Before I can answer, Robert turns on the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks up the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. Robert, where the fuck are we going? He just still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I got myself into, it looks like I'm in for it tonight. I settle in my seat and watch the streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more that I can't just place. Say nothing. I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decided to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Hey.
Just hang on, we're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at this slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and sits for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? Hastily I exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of the truck and pats the space next to him. Oh wow, okay. I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the The skinny. The skinny. I sit down and take in the view. We're sitting on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. I'm trying so hard not to mess up my words right now. The cool night air rustles through some trees near us and the lights blink in the distance. Off on the side I can see an entrance to the dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to Matt. What? I'm kidding. What's wrong with you?
Oh.
That's my little spot where I come to think. It's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. It really gives you some perspective. He reaches behind and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife. Oh. Please don't stab me.
Oh.
Robert reaches to his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either.
Hey.
Robert takes out the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh, I breathe. I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No. Hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, just bring you out here to harvest your organs. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, Brent. Come at me, Fred, and reap what you will.
Hey.
2 steps ahead of you at all times, that's how I operate. Nothing gets past you, huh?
Hey.
Robert reaches to his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens up and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell you when you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa? No. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Mitchell, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of mallet. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. Perfect potential for whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood's gonna splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety?
Hey.
No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. Look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in white scars. They're very nice hands. You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs.
Knife that wood.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What the fuck? Good luck riding with that. You made a highly dangerous weapon. Tell me about this one. Popsicle stick. No, all you need is to carve up some wooden juice, wooden fruit, and a wooden freezer. You made a popsicle stick. What the fuck is this? Oh, what's the story here? Toothpick. You realize you could have just picked your teeth with a knife, right? You made a toothpick. Is that an egg? A chicken nugget? Please don't eat that. You made Robert uncomfortable. That's from, what's that supposed to be? Louisiana. Good old Louisiana. Beautiful place. Got stabbed there once. or was it Kentucky? You made it Louisiana. You made it Louisiana. What do we have here? Chopstick, ambidextrous. It's a stick. You made a chopstick, ambidextrous. Oh, this is a big one. If you keep this up, you'll be a whittling pro in no time. I think it's more of a swan. Swan? Nice work. You made the meanest bird. Okay, you're not wrong about that. They're fucking mean. Oh, wow. Spirit Mustang. How poetic. The spirit of the Mustang. Oh my god. What the fuck was that? He and I sit in silence for a while, carving up pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this, and it's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife. While I'm distracted, the knife slices up my thumb. Blood gushes all over my wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. He still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death.
Oh?
He finally looks over. He reaches the jacket again. Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? He pulls out a red bandana, wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops up the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked... Oh, wow. A well-stocked first aid kit. How shit do you have in that fucking truck? Robert carefully wipes away the blood on my hand and swipes a bit of the antiseptic into the cut. With surprising gentleness. With surprising gentleness. Oh my fucking god, I hate myself. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. Tons of them out here, you know? Cryptids like Mothman and stuff? Mothman's bullshit, but yeah. This town's a hotbed of cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself. Or at least I thought I was. There are things out here in this woods that you can't possibly comprehend. What the fuck? I think my entire time in the city, aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Dover ghost? I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on the weekend, came a trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pitbull, real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without an incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea in my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment. But hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late and we set up camp. It's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life, right outside my tent. Me and Betsy go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling. I'm not sure if I can quite describe it, but I know someone's there watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know I should be too. And when I see it in the distance, a man. But if something that didn't know what a man's supposed to look like made it, it just looked wrong. Big, arms too long for its body, black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her and she's gone into thin air. I didn't sleep at all that tent. Okay. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night. I don't think I've ever slept right since. You're lying. Okay, you're full of shit. You think I'm lying? Robert pulls out his wallet and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. They say if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of a Dover ghost. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's just so guttural. Even from far away, it sounds something like... Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl.
Huh?
Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me.
Huh?
Right? I was messing with you. Up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where that howl came from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I barely can make the shape out. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go. Fuck. Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away, back into the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that?
Huh?
The Joker ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time it doesn't seem like it's messing with me. Or maybe something illegally dumped garbage on a wildlife preserve. Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves.
Really?
Can y'all fucking not? I'm trying to date some dads right now. God, have some fucking decency. We sit in silence for a little while longer. The fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city.
Hey.
Thanks for coming out. This is fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house.
Oh.
Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? He thinks for a second and lights another cigarette.
Hey.
Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag.
Huh.
As I get older, I feel more and more just that I'm drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself, and I didn't even think.
Hey.
Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this.
Oh.
Or maybe I just do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm just as unhappy as I am. Oh, honey. I try to think about something to say. I remember all the times in my life where I've been sad, and there's been a great many of them, but there's always been a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to kept me going.
Hey.
But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. I'm glad you told me. It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody about this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever wish you're a better father? I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read it in all the parenting books you want, but there's nothing you'll ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much more stuff that I regret, wish that I could have done better. But I don't have those answers. I don't know if anyone does.
Hey.
It's funny. I look at you, your relationship with your daughter, and it seems perfect. It isn't. At least you're there for her. I stare at the window at a blur of pressing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What'd your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was so quiet, stoic. I don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever cared about me or mom. Do you hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out my whole childhood. When I think about the happiest moments of my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex. And he just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him. Oh, shit. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Pelargian prison.
Whoa.
What? I turn around and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. I got you, bitch. We both break out in the laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights in the city grow brighter. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Not Robert. Have a safe drive home. He smirks and pulls away. Then he immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the mountain is bullshit, right? Amanda, you know what? It's fine. I think by the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda. She stops. I love you. It's weird that you say it outright sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night. I chuckled to myself, then finally decided to go to bed.
Uh-oh, where'd my pants go?
Oh my god. I really like Robert. I did before, like whenever he was like being a dick to me and I still liked it. But now he's actually really fucking cool. Alright, let's get to the next date.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Last date with Robert. Let's fucking go. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then. Like, more so than usual amount of somber that Robert normally is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him, and hopefully he's doing okay. I've been thinking about him and hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Oh god. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Yeah, dude. I type back to Robert. Oh my god. Yes! No, not that I'm appreciative, but but I think this is the first time Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Amanda. Amanda pops her head into the hallway. Music I don't recognize playing from her room. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who's my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm happy for you to have your continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. Amanda, like, you know what? You're an adult now. I gave it an earnest effort for all 18 years of my life. Go forth and swear. Fuck yeah. I really hope I don't regret this later. Amanda goes back to her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. Oh my god. I put on my going out coat. Coat! And walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. It actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are a little less wrinkled than usual. Hey. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. He finishes a cigarette and we abruptly go inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me his glass. To you? Here's your continued existence. We can whiskeys and I watch him sip his. Rather than his traditional approach of slamming it as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill time before we go burn down the old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned. Mary pops over the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where's my phone call?
Oh.
Sorry, I figured you were busy sinking your teeth in some poor sap. I am. He's right here. I look around the booth and see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You placing me with a new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean-pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What? Do you think you got a court date coming up? He never convinced the jury. He would have had to shave first. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis in the liver. cirrhosis? Cirrhosis, I think. I think that old bag of bones is to quit it for the sauce. I think that old bag of bones to quit it. Okay, I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce. But it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. It's why I invited you out here tonight. I don't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Mitchell, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing that Robert doesn't joke around is his pappy. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta give him... Oh, I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, then look at mine. And I know the history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night. Probably screw like donkeys. Wait, weren't the rabbits the ones that screw a lot? Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you're an expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up from the booth. Me and Mitchell can hit the bricks. You coming with? Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. We exit the bar and find the typically empty streets filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and a bad posture. He carries a lantern that shines up his face and... Okay, what? He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face with dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in the part of town sometimes. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know all the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all the stories are fake. This is research. Pretty much all my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices that I'm not following him. Oh, come on. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, Mitchell. Just act like you belong. Robert slides up into the tour group. I reluctantly fall up next to him. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Quinn, what the fuck? How many fucking jobs do you fucking do? Oh my fuck. Hey, this is the place. It was this place in 1694 that was the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we don't know if the people who were burned at the stake were actually witches, but it's widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692.
Bang bang.
And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry. Who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr. 80s reference. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as we research for our new book. Oh my god. You may have seen our Gus cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's really good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep a low profile. Easy to catch ghosts this way.
Hey.
They've been here the whole time. Been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I don't know. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hauntings since he's signed the lease. Damn near driven mad. But whatever you do, but whatever you say is cool, I guess. It's your tour. Man, I didn't know what Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide could tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered.
That's the good stuff.
Thank you for your contribution on the knowledge, Mr. Sturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. The tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone's in the group. Everyone in the group is getting one. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if they make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that shirt. Well, guess we're in it for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time.
Hey.
Bang.
What the fuck is this? Our group arrives at an old, decrepit, colonial-style home.
Hey!
A quick pause in the tour. My name's Quinn, but most people in the ghost tour circuit call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. Oh my fucking god.
Nice.
I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional, I don't know, whatever that is, mime work. Tourmaster gives out headshots to all of us, his resume in the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for y'all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was widely popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of his very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of the Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic, where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues to work on her latest bestseller. Guess you could say she was consumed by her work. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide.
That's the good stuff.
I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kerbeck to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. Can we...
Sad Master Quill.
I think everyone would much rather hear what the world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Right, everybody? The group boomers in agreement.
Sad Master Quill.
This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell the story?
Ah.
Oh my god. Something I know. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters was disbanded by government officials. However, after learning of the ghost of Vigo the Captain has taken interest in her son, her, and her ghost busting friends. What? Okay. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo the Capithan has taken an interest in her son, her, and her ghost busting friends, launched a mission to defeat the ghosts and once again save New York City.
Hey.
Hey, isn't that the plot? Nope, it's not. The tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and address us with some razzle-dazzle. Haha, what an interesting story.
Give it a rest. But...
Now, I want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted places in town. I think I can exercise your demons, if that's what you're looking for.
Ah.
Don't write checks that your dick can't cash. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight. Sure, Mary. Good man. My abba. I just want to, snatch it. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street. Take it, sleazy fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both. Our last stop. This burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity, I'm not even sure where to begin with. There's a wailing ghost of the Wharf Man, the vampire Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? By this point, our tour guide is clearly irritated by us.
My feelings
What about it?
hurt.
Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all this way to the cemetery, the actual origin of one of the New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. It's not even a real thing. This is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on the paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area.
So,
I can guarantee there's one that you don't know. Robert looks over at me and smiles.
hi.
Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met?
Hey!
No. The entire group shushes the tour guide.
I am.
Okay, fine,
so
fine.
sad.
Tell the story. What was a dark and stormy night? I wasn't always a paranormal investigator.
Hey.
Way back when, I was just a...
All right.
What? Traveling grifter? Moving from... Is that a... Was it drifter or... It says a grifter. Okay. Moving from town to town, always looking for my next mark. It wasn't always an easy life, but I had fun. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor, actually also taking from the poor.
Ah.
I had a shaky moral foundation. I happened upon this quiet town of Maple Bay, quite by accident. But little did I know that the city had a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was starting out as an apprentice to my rather famous ghost hunter, who's an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Who was the famous ghost hunter?
Hey.
Well, I don't like the name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasps.
Nice.
Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her?
Mm-hmm.
Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie.
Hey.
Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of some strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman. Wailing goes to the Wailing goes to the wharfman. Whatever. You stupid vampire was just a teenager in mass. But the Dover ghost, man, tell him, Loomis.
Oh.
So there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long night of... What? Working a couple short cons. Classic pigeon drop scam. Putting out feelers for a rip deal. I was going to steal a baby. Probably. Would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could feel some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God he did. George and I were conducting a seance in the middle of the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word.
Whoa, whoa.
Run.
Hey.
The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening. Some kind of demented howl.
Oh.
And then I felt it. Something, grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hook, line, and sinker. You can hear a pin drop. I only cried twice in my life. Once was at the birth of my daughter. The other was right when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure when it started taking me. But I knew it was okay. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it wasn't someplace I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see the man pulled across the floor by God. To this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach to knots. It looked like a man, but, like, I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man supposed to look like and tried to put one together. The arms were too long, the eyes were glowing red, and it was like a walking shadow. What did I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for it. Shoot. What was his fake name again? Daniel Sturgis. Daniel. I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug of war with the unholiest of forces.
Really?
I thought it was going to be torn in half.
Oh.
But I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my front shirt, and to this day I can remember what passage it opened up to. I didn't know how to say that. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. What a horrifying growl. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Dan and I collapsed onto the ground, exhausted. We were both covered in blood.
Oh.
The damn creature clawed my chest. Got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down his collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got the scar.
Hey.
I followed Georgia Mathers to the end of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I'd never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but then I came out of the experience a better man and better friend. And we've been brothers since. The tour group gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I smell the cologne off his neck. Well, Robert actually cleans up good. I found myself lingering a little too long into the hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. Even he's wiping tears off his face. Eyes, whatever, close enough. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. Paranormal Excursions of the Supernatural. Ice Road Ghost Truckers. Robert has a suppressed laugh after that one.
All right.
Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. The tour guide hands us the covered t-shirts, then slips us both a business card and leans in close.
That's
If you guys
good
ever
stuff.
need a professional actor, balloon, animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me. You got it, buddy. Oh my God. After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. Oh my God. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all that. I didn't know you had it in you. Mitchell, excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That bit about a pocket Bible was aces. Although, giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Kubrick conspiracy theory wasn't.
Hey.
All part of the character. Well, we got the shirts out of it. We were at the front of Robert's house. Want to have a drink? Is that even a question? Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with a treasured friend and accomplice, Mr. Robert Bobbert Small? If you ever call me Bobber again, I will kick you right in the shins. Both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My shins live to die another day.
Hey.
Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think what Mary has said to me. Robert did seem a little off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around with the ghost tour. I don't know. He's hard to read. When I'm thinking, I hear claws skidding across the floor. Oh God, it's his pit bull. I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes tight and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching my shoes. I open my eyes. Oh, Betsy. Robert's dog jumps away from me, running around in circles, sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. That's the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pit bull? And you weren't taken by the Dover ghost? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs.
Hey.
I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet just in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies. We make our way to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck that can legally be driven, this place is amazing. There are sleek, modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat-screen TV mounted on the wall. He has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. I guess he wasn't lying about really being into cinema. He pours us glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how'd you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it from fishing Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You train me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink.
I don't know.
My daughter and I were riding bikes. I hit a rock and flew off the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital, and that was it.
Hey.
Not very interesting story. Never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points to a picture of her on the wall, of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26? I'm not too sure. Does she live around here?
Huh?
No, Val lives back home in Brooklyn. Works at some new media online magazine thing. Makes buckets, though. He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it.
Hey.
You like Santana? Yes. Great. Robert puts on Santana. then takes a seat on the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you alright? Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth. I'm now. I can't say anything, but managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites gently, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in my chest as he lies us both down on the couch. He kisses the trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just... Wait. It's not that. Robert bites down. I have to stifle a moan. Stop. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting? No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away. I'm fine. I've just been stressed out, okay? Tired, not a big deal. Push it. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Mitchell. I'm not a good person. Well, no shit. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking, and now here I am, an old, broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken, alone. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind these fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. He sighs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you? I'm sorry, but is this a bit? No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think. Months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence. Neither of us wanted to look at each other, both of us unsure what to do next. Fine. Things were already pretty bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way. And before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptations get to you. I try to be better, but I just couldn't. And then the incident, and then the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have hated... Oh, fuck. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man that she wanted me to be. The one that she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife, I was also going to lose my daughter. Robert. I spent so much time chasing other things that I thought was going to make me happy and then ruin my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this, he gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know it's hard to... No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband and even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just going to fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I should even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. Nothing's going to change until you do. He pauses, looking at me. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over, and it hurts so much that I know I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try to be a better person that you were the day before. Things are going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all our problems either, but nothing's going to change if you don't. If you can't love anyone else until you stop, and you can't stop love... Fuck. And you can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right. I don't know you that well, but you have the same capacity for good that we all have. And I know you can find it. Val's giving you a chance. Don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me. It's going to be okay. But, I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He bears his head into my shoulders, hugging me back. It's going to be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders and sobs, then I realize that he's crying. Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh, where'd my pants go?
That ruined the moment. I was gonna cry. That was really good. That was really, really good. Alright, we're gonna skip to the party. And we might see Val. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. Listen, kid, you're gonna need some real life skills out there if you're gonna make it out there in the streets. I'm going to college. Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink, right? And I know you're not smart enough to not drink until you're of a legal age. Uh-huh. But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it would behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds. Got it. Hypothetically. And if you wake up with a headache, all you gotta do is take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice. You're gonna be fine. What's going on here? Girl talk. Mary turns back to Amanda. Now let me tell you about how to deal with a bad romance. First thing to know, you get a straight A's until they die. What? First thing to know, you get straight A's if they die during the semester. Mary! Relax, it's a myth. Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I leave them be. I'm assuming you're Val. I can definitely tell you're Robert's daughter. I don't think I recognize that girl by the snack table. I should go say hello. Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago. And I'm here for my revenge. You're Robert's kid, aren't you? Spot on. I guess that makes you Mitchell, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert's brought you along. He promised there'd be free food, so it's kind of hard to pass up. And, look, I don't know you, but can I get real with you for a sec? My old man's like a real closed book, you know. Me and him, we got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but I'm sure you can get tired of staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better. A lot better. And between him shaving once for once and between him shaving for once and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling that you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him for a while I'm not around, okay? Or else. What? I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hey, I love your necklace. And your hair. And just, your whole vibe is cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pins too. Oh, this is my daughter, Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter, Val. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer.
Oh.
Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yeah. Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Oh, that'd be amazing. Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. Val walks away. She's so cool. She gave me her business card. She touched my hand. Congrats. You just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections, stock market, synergy. We're making a fortune as a businesswoman. I gotta keep this party going. Catch you around, Pops. That was really cute.
Huh.
Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I'll leave you to it. Let's go see. Take a seat next to Robert as the last guest makes their way out of the party.
Oh.
Hey. Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. So, I had a chance to talk to Val. She physically threatened you? Yeah. That's my girl. She said you've been doing better. I'm trying to work on the vices. I also showered today. We sit in silence for a moment. You know, every day for me is a battle against my own self-destructive habits. But lately, it's gotten a little easier. Thanks for talking some sense into me. It's hard to get through my Thanks for taking fuck, I can't read this right now. Thanks for talking some sense into me. It's hard to get things through my thick skull sometimes, but what you said last night actually helped. I'm glad. I like you, Mitchell. I like you a lot. I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time. I lean in and kiss him for a moment before he pulls away. He takes my hand in his. You're special to me. But I have some stuff I need to work on, emotionally, before I can get into anything romantic with you. You deserve better than who I am right now. I need to be on my own for a bit, figure some things out. Of course. I think what you need right now is a friend, and I'm very happy to be that for you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. And if you're ever ready for that, you know where to find me. Let's hunt ghosts sometime. I would love that. I put my head in his shoulder, and we watched the sun slowly dip behind the horizon together. It was really good. It was really good. It was really, really good. Even though we didn't end up together with him or whatever, we weren't immediately shut down like some people. For this one, I'm fully okay with the friendship just because of the things he has to work on. I fully get that, but I loved his route. It was actually a lot more fun than I really thought it was going to be. I'm actually very happy with this one. So, I want to see the ending picture. He's so fucking hot. So anyway, guys, this is another route down. I have technically one more to go. You guys will see that in the next episode, and that'll be the last one. So if you guys like the series so far, leave a like, subscribe, comment, do whatever the things everyone else does. And I will see you on the next video. Goodbye!